Hey Joanna, what about creatives? How about singers? How about composer, music composer? How about artists? How about um, producer? How about that? Do all these creatives, are they all qualified for National Innovation Visa? Can they still apply? Yes, 100%. So that's the allocation for creatives, including singers, including producer, including actress, actors, including music composers. So all of that creatives that are in the world of entertainment can be considered for National Innovation Visa. Now, how do we see? And some of the areas, some of the music composers, the way they do it, it's very different to traditional way. So we want to make sure that we understand that. I understand that. The way we help in the past, it's some of the areas maybe not very familiar with everybody, like general public. But they are the way they do in art, it's very special, modern art, right? How they express themselves, not in the past that just about oil paint, okay? It's more advanced. It's because our pace is different, and then our understanding of space is different. Our understanding of space and time is different now. So that's innovation. Okay, so you want to use different material to present your idea. That's imagination, and then that's human. Okay, that's distinct from human to animals. We have these things called imagination, meaning we can see things vividly before. We can imagine, create things vividly before we see that. Okay, creation comes with innovation. Creation comes with imagination. So imagination is so important in human history and as a human. So we want to say that we focus a lot on creatives. Creatives doesn't have to be result in technology, result in science. It can be result in artistic activities, like express yourself in music, in movement, express yourself in color and shape, express yourself in movement of stories, right? It can be author, it can be producer, it can be someone like that. So creative industry, filming industry can be eligible for National Innovation Visa. Okay, so this is first thing I want to, and then the good news for that creatives is that most likely that most of state government which actually put this under that state nomination application. And why is that? It is maybe the case where you really don't have any connection in the industry. Okay, so you need to seek for nomination from state government. If you already have one, you don't have to seek. Excuse me. But because state government, because some of the industries, they have a global reach to Australia, tech industry. Some industry are really niche. They don't know specifically anyone in that industry in Australia. So they need to ask for help. So for creatives, you can apply for registration of interest from New South Wales, for instance. You are open to that as well. We want to understand that it's the case. Okay, this is the case. Now, some of states start to nominate, but they want to limit the nomination because the negotiation of allocation with different states now is not the same. We want to understand that it's still applicable to everybody. Now, because of that difference, most people actually apply for New South Wales. We have experience with that as well. So if you creatives, maybe as I mentioned, some occupations there, that you can communicate with us and by sending us email or send up and through our contact us form. Okay. Now I want to make sure that it's very, very much well presented, because different background, for instance, music, that it's different to someone who's a music composer. It's different to someone who's a singer. The portfolio, it's very different presented if you are an artist, if you are someone who present your materials not in the way that is static, right? So that's very creative itself on its presentation. And most times, because you work in that industry, Hollywood, for instance, that application for immigration is actually a different thing. That maybe you're not good at that. So it's really important to seek professional advice in that one. Now, what area of that recognition or famous, it doesn't have to be 100% famous like everybody the same. Because if you are an actor, maybe it's easier because the way you present in the filming that everybody can watch. But some areas that you present your area or your audience very different. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. Okay, it's very different. We welcome different way of expressing of human spirit, right? Different way of expressing color and shape in music, in kind of story creation, things like that. But to present the case, you need to really see how the Australia perceive you as an artist, how they see you as an artist, how likely you'll be eligible for Australia permanent residency. And most important part is that people think if I'm a singer, I want Australia permanent residency, but I can't resign in Australia, I can't station in Australia permanently. How am I going to do that? No worries. National Innovation Visa does not have any conditions whatsoever after a permanent visa is approved. So your visa will not be cancelled simply because you didn't stay in Australia. The only thing though you have to remind yourself is the entry facility is only valid for 5 years. Meaning, if you want to use the same visa to enter Australia, you will need to apply a new renewal. This is called a different visa, called returning resident visa. Meaning you are a resident now, you are returning. Now, the matter is how much likely you'll be successful depending how Australia ties you have in Australia, right? The ties you have in Australia. It can be culture. If you come here once a year for performing, this is very strong culture ties. I can help you renew all the times, okay? If you are church attendance, for instance, if you are business or ongoing business in Australia, it's easy to be managed that way. Some of the articles, some of the video I will share in my other videos. If you search keyword returning resident visa, I'll explain really well in that video. So just go through that, on this link, maybe on this link here, put down search returning resident visa. You're able to find information about how you can apply returning resident visa. And so no limitation. For instance, if we have a world-class singer as an Australia permanent resident, do we really care if he comes to live or she comes to live for Australia? We probably don't. We want them to, but it's fine. You're Australia, so we want you to be Australia, and you want to be Australia citizen. Now, even if you're Australia citizen, for instance, that we have another video maybe here about how you become Australia citizen faster than people who you didn't spend 3 out of 4 years. How can you become faster? Applying right now. That's pathway as well. That's special pathway as well. So make sure that explore well before you say no. I'm not going to do this. I'm not good enough. I can't make this. I can't manage that. Just put in your head and think you can't. Never try. Okay, that's presumptions. I have seen lots of cases. We have seen a case where two girls, very young, and they didn't meet the requirement of becoming citizen. We got citizenship for them faster. Okay, they didn't spend 3 out of 4 years in Australia. We got it well. We got citizenship approved it. They are not as top world-class player as yet, right? But they are, right? So I don't want to share too much details on that, but it's possible. You need to find someone, just like whatever person I find professional as well, the best people who can help you in applications like that. Okay, so as athletes, don't worry too much about, I can't stay here, station here for life. How am I going to get citizenship? You need to make sure you 1 foot in the door, right? When you're 1 foot in the door, figure out someone like me. I handle lots of complex cases, which I like to handle them as well. So find professional help you with that, because you do what you are doing good and find someone who good, who are good on what they're doing. As simple as that. So athletics. Now we are talking about creatives, music composers, this area of professionals that you can still apply. The elements of we're looking at, if you're a singer, of course, I want to see that how many fans you have, how many downloads you have, right? If you're Taylor Swift, then 100% we are going to give you a permanent residency. Read about that. How many performances you have done in the past, right? But not necessary, as again, that's just face to general public. It can be something that really niche, especially for other artists, not everybody, like not singers, because the way they present, it's really media, right? It's easier for them to recognize. But if you're a painter, and then you are an artist, then the way you present, it's people have to come to your gallery. That is very niche, right? That's really niche. Now, I encourage anyone to put a consultation through if you have any doubts. And don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. I'm going to continue to post update information about National Innovation Visa.